The day I went missing was the day I died. At least on the inside.
Oliver Queen is alive. Darling City resident was found 5 years after he was missing and presumed dead.
What? Get that camera out of my face.
He was the only survivor of the accident that took the lives of 7 people.
Has he said anything about what happened?
I worry that those I left behind won't recognize me.
I knew it. I knew you were alive.
The island changed me.
Tomorrow, you and me, we're doing the city. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm not the person they remember.
20% of his body's covered in scar tissue. Second-degree burns on his back and arms. At least 12 fractures that never properly healed.
They thought I was back to my old life. They thought wrong.
I'd like you to prepare yourself. The Oliver you lost might not be the one they found.
The day Oliver Queen died is the day something new was born. I am Arrow.
In the darkest hour.
What was it like there?
Cold.
As the storm clouds gather.
Oliver.
And the lightning strikes.
I know that it's too late to say this, but I'm sorry.
I couldn't be angry. I couldn't grieve.
And the thunder rolls.
That's what happens when your sister dies while screwing your boyfriend.
I will rise up. And I will rise.
The island forged me into a weapon, and I will use it against the criminal and the corrupt.
And I will stand tall.
You have failed this city.
I'll be a dead man. I say yes and nay.
I'm gonna kill you.
And I will stand tall. Yeah, I will stand tall until I meet my end.
There are ways of finding out what my son knows.
And I will rise up. And I will rise up.
Stay away from me. I'm just gonna hurt you again.
This isn't a game.
Nobody can know my secret. Tell me it's all right.
What happened to you on that island?
A lot.
See, Mark.
Arrow is a story about a superhero that is real. He doesn't have superpowers, he has learned abilities.
He was a rich, spoiled, trust fund wastrel who didn't care much about anything except having sex and having a good time.
He was in an unfortunate boat accident and was stranded on a remote island.
Oliver Queen is alive, found by fishermen in the North China Sea.
When he returns home after that 5-year exile, he's a completely different person.
To live, I had to make myself more than what I was, to forge myself into a weapon.
He comes home with a mysterious agenda to right the city's wrongs, and he does so by adopting the guise of the Arrow.
The guy in a green hood flew in and single-handedly took out 3 armed kidnappers.
I'm the guy in charge of my town.
We'll put out an APB on Robin Hood.
It's just a little bit too unsettling for me, and I'd like to get to the bottom of it.
Hello, Laurel.
In the 5 years that Oliver was gone, Laurel buried herself in her work.
I'd hope that you'd rot in hell a whole lot longer than 5 years.
Laurel blames him for the death of her sister.
But at the same time, it's the love of her life, and nobody will ever live up to Oliver for her.
You know, she's working as a lawyer. You know, in a lot of ways, she and Oliver are on the same mission. You know, she's trying to fight for the little guy. She's just doing it through the law.
You came back from the dead. This calls for a party.
I am Oliver's best friend from childhood. I certainly am hoping that the party's gonna start back up again now that he's back.
I knew it. I knew you were alive.
Hey, sis.
In addition to having to become the Arrow, he also has to become a big brother, which is difficult considering his sister has sort of become a mini version of himself, more interested in having a good time and partying.
Walter and I are married. And I don't want you to think that either one of us, did anything to disrespect your father.
Moira's more than just the long-suffering mother of Oliver. She has secrets of her own, and she has an agenda of her own.
You're ex-military?
Yes, sir. 105th Airborne out of Kandahar, retired. Been in the private sector a little more than 4 years now. There's some nefarious characters out there who think they might be able to capitalize on taking advantage of Oliver and capitalize in a monetary sense, getting money from the family. So I get hired to protect him.
The action is unbelievable.
Completely, totally, and utterly awesome.
That guy is doing some awesome things.
Even though this started from comic book origins, it's a very real story.
He's a hero, not a superhero.
I'm not invincible.
There's no capes, there's no sort of supervillains, you know, who are cackling maniacally.
All units convert!
We live in these sort of dark and difficult times, and I think everyone is sort of looking for a hero, and the idea that there's someone out there who's fighting for us.
There used to be three kinds of people in Starling City. Civilians, criminals, cops. And then came this guy.
You asked me to save the city. I will, I swear.
He's armed. He's extremely dangerous, and if you see him, shoot to kill.
Arrow.
This Wednesday, the shots were fired from 100 yards away. To take down the world's greatest assassin,
Interpol calls him Deadshot.
he must first become the target.
I will kill you and your family.
I admire your work.
Arrow.
You really did lose your mind on that island. Oliver, you're not a soldier. You're a criminal.
Starling City, he's dying.
He's not targeting the rich.
He's targeting the list.
What do you want?
I want your help. It's time for the 10-15 to Bloodhaven.
You need me back!
It feels like justice.
Arrow.
You're looking at life in prison.
I am not who you think I am.
Mr. Queen spent 5 years on a deserted island.
The people there tortured me.
I know a guilty man when I see one. He is guilty, whether you can see it or not.
I need to know.
By accusing my son, you made him a target.
Crime happens in this city every day.
Everybody move!
When people are hurt, people are in trouble, they tend to make the wrong choices.
How poetic.
They stole from this city, and I am hell-bent on making that right.
Now what?
We take them down.
Arrow.
Get down!
Should spend a little less time trying to be a hero. You're obviously not very good at it.
They came for his family. Now he's going after theirs.
So this is gonna blow up into an all-out mob war. There will be blood.
Be careful with my father.
You are doused with gasoline playing with matches. Oliver, you're not falling for this girl, are you?
Arrow.
Don't lie to me, Oliver. We're the same, you and I.
The hunter is so close to the surface, wanting to be freed. Sated with blood.
It's not justice.
And what you do is...
Let me show you.
This feels good. And not just the justice part.
Arrow.
This vigilante's cycle of violence has escalated.
Something doesn't add up. We're dealing with a copycat.
Sagittarius. That's Latin for the archer. I will kill one hostage every hour till he surrenders himself to my authority. Help me.
Arrow.
Mr. Queen, I think it's past time you left this island.
You have two choices. Escape or die.
Who's there?
Help me.
Is it possible you now think yourself a hero?
The island that changed me, the choices that I had to make, still stay with me.
Laurel, she's been kidnapped. There isn't anybody else I can trust. I need your help.
You used me as bait. Wasn't that the whole point of your little trap?
SCPD! Hands where we can see him!
You don't see straight when it comes to Laurel.
I don't need to be reminded of that.
Good morning.
Something's going on in this city.
They're not good people.
What are you thinking?
Put the fear of God into them. I have work to do.
There are always casualties when you're fighting a war. Clear.
God was sabotaged.
Your mother might be guilty.
The only way to keep this family safe is to stop asking questions.
Moira Queen, you have failed this city.
This city is dangerous, Mr. Diggle. There are some very bad people in it.
Survival is not a birthright.
It's a privilege. Show me a more dangerous rule breaker than the Hood.
Someone has to encourage Oliver to be a hero, not just a vigilante.
I guess it didn't die. Cool.
Arrow, new hit series, Wednesdays at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
This man in the hood, where has he been for the past 6 weeks?
I need your help.
The whole idea of being a vigilante was due to the police's job.
I'm a killer.
Arrow, the new hit series, returns with an all-new episode
It's easy to make and extremely addictive. Once vertigo is in your system, you may never come down. The only thing more dangerous than this new designer drug is the dealer.
One bullet left. Shoot me.
More revenge. Or you can shoot yourself. It's your choice. It's your choice.
This city is dangerous, Mr. Diggle. There are some very bad people in it.
I'm trying to figure out how to get a vicious criminal back in jail. I need your help.
If you want to be respected and find the biggest guy, put him down. I think I just found the biggest guy.
He's a murderer. We're not alone.
Gonna lay him.
Arrow.
Please don't hate me.
Why would I hate you?
I'm a mother. I have a son, Oliver.
Did it hurt, Ollie?
Did what hurt?
When they killed you.
Survival is not a birthright. It's a privilege.
What's happening?
He's coding his heart stuff. Here.
Arrow.
They call him the Dodger because he avoids getting his hands dirty. Puts a bomb collar around their necks.
And now the psycho's in Starling City.
You touch one hair on my head, she loses hers.
I think I have a problem.
Stay calm. If I find him, I can get him to disarm it.
Freeze!
Arrow.
My organization has been contracted to eliminate a certain high-profile individual.
I'm tired.
It's going to be better.
The target is Tommy's father.
Tommy's there.
You're out of time.
Why should I trust you?
We all gotta die sometime.
Arrow.
Hey, mister. You feel like a dance?
Helena.
Your psycho ex-girlfriend.
Why can't you just admit that you still have feelings for me?
Get out of my city.
I can't kill her.
It's not gonna work out between you two. I don't take prisoners.
Arrow.
I find you guilty, and I sentence you to death.
Somebody dangerous is out there. They don't show my restraint.
You're not going to the cops. Kick his.
I'll give you 10 minutes. No one's gonna miss me.
How's this happening?
Who's next?
Arrow.
Who's looking to party?
This Wednesday,
Over the past few days, the city has been flooded with a new version of Vertigo. It killed a girl in the club.
a dangerous addiction
Lots of women die.
becomes a deadly intervention.
Stop playing games.
The city is on fire.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Arrow.
Vigilante. He saved us.
It might be time for you to move.
She's never gonna find out my secret.
You saved my life.
So let's find him.
I wear a hood and I put arrows into criminals.
I knew he'd be there for me.
Arrow.
One man alone can't save this city.
The truth is, he needs you.
Last chance. The village must be destroyed in order to save it.
It feels really good having you inside my ear.
Stay focused, please.
You're gonna be really upset when you meet my partner.
I heard you never miss.
I don't. My mom and my best friend's dad are involved in a conspiracy that may have dire consequences.
We won't fail this city.
He's tying up loose ends.
Someone doesn't want anyone to know about it.
What are you doing here?
Helping your father with an investigation.
I need you to stop. I need to know.
I'm finally seeing you for who you really are.
You murdered my father. You can't beat me, Oliver. No one can stop what's about to come.
He's willing to sacrifice for the people of the city. He's some kind of a hero.
Are you ready to die? Arrow. New on Blu-ray and DVD.
Not everybody deserves mercy. I will bring justice to those who have poisoned my city.
Blu-ray Combo Pack includes Blu-ray, DVD, and digital download. Own Season 1.